Hi you guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be prepping the STI to get ready to go to the dyno this week. So there's some things that we need to do. They're not like we could send the car to the dyno right now if we really wanted to, but there's things I'm going to do to change to make things a little bit better for our run. I'm going to take all the coolant out of the car again, and we're going to replace it with distilled water and water wetter. In theory, it should run cooler than it does with coolant. It's just in the winter time, I need to get the water out of there so that way it doesn't freeze inside of the engine, try to expand, and obviously destroy things. So we're going to be doing that. I need to raise the rear height of the coilovers. I need to make an adjustment on the downpipe on the flange because we are leaking a little bit of exhaust gas out of the downpipe, which is probably heating up IATs more, and it's kind of acting like an EGR where it's recycling exhaust gas because it's sucking it through the turbo. I got something that I'm not 100% looking forward to installing, but actually two things over here that I have on the bench. Also, you guys will notice that we redid the garage in here too, so plenty more room. So one thing that I am going to get on that I'm actually kind of excited about is this heat wrap. So we're going to be putting this on all of the exhaust components as much as I can use this heat wrap for. This stuff was expensive, like stupid expensive for just this little tiny roll of heat wrap. So the main thing I want to put this on is the crossover pipe between the exhaust manifolds, just to keep radiant heat from obviously going up, hitting the radiator and hitting the turbo, just to try to cool things down a little bit. Whatever I have residual of that, we're gonna put on the up pipe to try to wrap some of the key components of the up pipe. And then the last thing that I have over here on the bench right now is a Spider DCCD controller from iWire. So if I have time today, I want to get that in the car. I'm not 100% certain. I have a customer dropping off a car this afternoon that I'm going to be doing a head gasket job on, clutch, radiator, a whole bunch of stuff going in on that one. So I want to try to get as far as I can on the Blueberry. The DCCD controller is not a make it or break it for the dyno, but it is a make it or break it for the street car that I want it to be. So if I don't get to that today, it's going to happen either near the end of this week or next week. I also still haven't gotten confirmation yet for when the new car is supposed to get dropped off. I was last told Monday or Tuesday. You guys are seeing this Monday, so either today or tomorrow. So fingers crossed. And just to give you guys a quick overview of the garage, since we did change things a little bit, we have like toolboxes, storage rack here, engine components for Matt's car, specialty toolbox, pizza, the fabrication table, parts washer, air compressor, engine hoist, all that stuff. Back on that back rack is parts that I can't show you guys because that'll 100% give away what the next car is. Fluid boxes here and whatnot, and then my toolbox, which is like right down there. So let's start today off by getting blue up in the air, get coolant drained out of it, and then we'll jump on the rear coilovers to get those sorted out. Ta-da! Go! There it is. Flush out that coolant. Flush it out. I didn't have to do that, but I chose to. I'm gonna let that drain for like 15-20 minutes. Probably be a little while. All right, well, while I wait for the cooling system to drain, I'm gonna go jump on the rear coilovers, just get those knocked out. We're not going up much, maybe about half an inch or so. Sorry, I'm trying to like keep the back rack from being seen right now. So we're just gonna go up like half an inch, not even half an inch, like quarter of an inch. You guys can see the fender has definitely been touching the tire going around, so I need to bump that thing up a little bit more. 275s, man, they big, they beefy. I don't want to add camber, so we're changing height. Let's get some water in this thing. I wouldn't suggest using tap water if there's anyone out there that uses tap water either. Make sure you're using like distilled water like this. The minerals and crap that you'll find in like tap water will corrode your cooling system. And I know what some of you guys are thinking now, Tanner, you're using water. That's going to corrode your cooling system. That's where you're wrong, my friend. And I will show you why. Because I'm using a form of water wetter. This is VP Racing. I need to go get another one of these, but how much of this am I supposed to use? 12 to 20 quarts. There's 4 quarts in a gallon. 4, 8, 3, 16. So yeah, I will need one more of these. Put this in here now so that way it kind of mixes as I put the water in. Or the coolant. The water and the water wetter will at least mix. Oh, hello. So that water wetter it's not water wetter, it's VP Racing version of water wetter. What it's gonna do is it's gonna give the cooling system a little bit of those corrosion inhibiting properties again. So that way our cooling system won't corrode. We got our coilovers adjusted in the rear. We got water in here with 1 bottle of the VP Racing water wetter stuff. Next up, I'm gonna jump down to the exhaust manifold and start wrapping that. So I need to pull a couple measurements off of that. I need to roll out our sheet of this, I need to cut it, obviously, and then I can put this over the lower portion of the exhaust manifold. So we're looking at a sheet of 15 by 7. So that's 15. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing. After I do it, I'll show you, but you're gonna need like a respirator, gloves, and a mask to do this because this is silica and you do not want to breathe this in. So we have our heat shielding on. I have discovered a problem, which some of you guys called was going to be a problem. The downpipe does touch the tire, so I'm not gonna worry about it right this second. After the dyno, I'll refabricate a downpipe for this. I'm not gonna stress it right now. It only rubs whenever we turn left, like full left turn. If we're not turning left and we're only going right and straight, we have no problem. So that's just something to keep in mind right now. I'm gonna try to avoid doing like U-turns going left and whatnot, but for our heat shield, this stuff's gonna work awesome. So if you look down right down there, you can see all that nice silver heat shield there. So that'll stop the radiator hose from overheating. Over here, I up pipe also right here, right there, and then that other piece right down there that we did. So that way we can try to keep heat from going out into the engine bay, try to keep it coming this way. The instructions for this heat shield said to leave a small gap between the shielding like that. I'm not quite sure why, but it said to do so, and the instructions know more than I do about this stuff, so I'll leave it on. On the bright side, no damage to the tire from touching the downpipe, which I wouldn't have expected there to be, so dope. I need to now pull this thing out of the garage and burp it, but first, Matthias is looking for a bolt that grew legs and walked away for the seats for the Legacy. It doesn't look like he's having much luck.
Even when you organize things and you think you put them in a spot where you're not gonna lose them,
you still lose them.
Yeah.
Guys in a minute. Is that a rev battle? Alright, I found out. The STI is actually a flamethrower. I shit you not. I was working on burping the cooling system and I was giving it some revs to try to get some air pushed up out of there. Hold up. There we go. I was trying to get air out of the system and it shot fire the first time. Matt's sitting in the Legacy. I didn't know it shot fire the first time. So I'm sitting there, I continue to rev it, and Matt sits in the car and he just turns and looks at me. I'm like, what? What? And I keep revving it, it shoots more fire. I'm like, oh! Fire.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna light my car on fire.
And you thought I was gonna melt your window moldings? Yeah. I'm gonna do it again. I'll pull the car forward so that way I'm not shooting fire at mittens, but I wanna show the peoples. I got it on my phone, but I want you guys to have the full HD cinematic experience. From our boy Matthias, I need you to be my camera friend.
felt that last one like in my face.
Fire! We got fire! There's a flamethrower. Imagine once we get in boost.
Right?
It's only gonna be spitting flames.
It's gonna be bad.
I'm so excited, dude.
I'm surprised I'm not shaking.
It's got
honestly.
fire. That last one sounded
That
loud.
was so fucking loud.
That
dude.
last one sounded loud.
That was painful.
I should probably let it idle down for a second.
Good God.
We made a flamethrower. All I care about is the fact that it shoots fire now. That's
Yeah.
all I want it to do.
It doesn't have to be fast.
It doesn't have to be fast anymore. It just shoots fire. I've never had a car shoot fire like that.
No. Neither have I.
You're going to soon. Now that the cooling system's chill, I'm gonna let it sit for a minute to let some of this coolant kind of figure out where it wants to be level-wise.
Yeah.
Once that's good, I think I'm gonna go rip this thing around a little bit.
Yeet.
Shoot fire at people.
Yeet.
Just rev on the street at the car next to me. Vroom! Vroom!
Now you're just gonna always be
Vroom!
in the left lane.
So the sweet spot's about 5,500.
Yeah.
Figured that out. It's about 5,500 RPM.
That's right. I was like,
I was over.
you're
I was
too
going
high.
too high.
It's not gonna do it.
It's like 5,500. That's a sweet spot for fire.
Oh yeah.
We should try to heat up some glizzies.
That muy caliente.
This thing's dope.
Can you cook? Can you flame?
You remember when we
flame
made?
grill
I don't know. So Matt and I made a video when the channel was around, I don't know what, 15,000 subscribers probably.
Yeah.
We tried to cook breakfast in the engine bay of his car and we ate it.
It was so bad.
It was not good. Should we revisit that video?
We could probably make some Burger King like flame grilled burgers.
Flame grilled burgers. Can I make a burger out of my flamethrower? I mean, I'm gonna let the coolant figure itself out. I'll be right back. All right, so I got the bumper thrown back on. I got the coolant funnel off. Got everything picked back up essentially. So let's go drive this thing. I want to make sure that the coolant or the water, it's not coolant, the water stays where the water needs to stay. B, I'm probably gonna go pick up another bottle of the water wetter. C, I want to see if anything has changed with the exhaust heat shields that we added, and to make sure that the rear tires are no longer rubbing on the fenders. So let's go drive this shit box. 177. Money. Honestly, just from turning the car on with coolant in the car, I'd see coolant temps probably around like 195 right now. Seeing them at 187 gives a pretty clear indication that so far things are working in a good way. All right, to the auto parts store. Coolant temps immediately begin to drop as soon as we start moving too, which is phenomenal. Beautiful! Honestly, I'm not really worried about sitting at red lights anymore with water in the car. Like, it's doing phenomenal. And even with a little bit more water wetter in there, I think it'll be even better. Don't do it. Honestly, a little bit of the stress that I had driving this is kind of gone at this point. Seeing that temperatures are a lot better, and that heat protection we're doing, everything's working, it kind of sheds off some of that stress, you know what I mean? Great, 175 on coolant, 94 on intake air temp. Money. She's doing beautiful. Well, honestly, way better than it did on coolant. Now here's the real test, is when I'm sitting at red lights, how high are temps gonna go? Before they'd get up there, they'd get fucking high. Granted, I haven't seen coolant temp go above like 187 max yet. I was sitting at the house, so I mean, we'll see what happens. Go grab some water wetter. Be right back. Side note, AutoZone didn't have what I needed, the VP Racing cooler chill stuff, so decided to bring you guys on the dog walk with us. A little Mochi and little Jaeger. Mochi, what are you doing? Jaeger, how are you, bud? That was a good shake right there. You guys always ask how the dogs are doing. They're doing wonderful. Hi. Jaeger. Small dog. Hi, bud.
He's so over it.
Hi, buddy. Where are you going? Oh, you just want some pets. Where are you trying to go right now? You can't go over there. So we're gonna finish dog walk. I'll update you guys when we get back to the house. Ooh, wow, there's no light right there. All right, my friends, we are back from the dog walk. It's fantastic. You guys asked for dog updates, I give you dog updates, so there you go. So, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I believe it's a shorter video. I do apologize. I was gonna do the DCCD controller in this video, but I'd rather do that as its own video. A, it's pretty in-depth. B, it's pretty labor-intensive. C, having a dedicated video to doing a DCCD controller install is probably gonna be beneficial to people, so I'm just gonna do the dedicated install video to it. So, the STI is dyno ready at this point. We don't need the DCCD controller to go to the dyno. We just need it for daily driving aspects of the car, which we can do later on. I'm gonna try to get to it this week. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time. As you guys can see behind me here, I've got a 2011 WRX hatch that I am doing an engine refresh on. If you guys want videos on me refreshing that WRX, let me know down below in the comments and I will get you guys like a full, I guess, another walkthrough on how to refresh another engine if you guys want that. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. Like I said, dyno for the STI is at the end of the week. We're gonna make some power. I don't know, I honestly have no idea how much power it's gonna make, or torque, so it'll be a surprise to all of us. But place your bets. Place your bets down below. Let me know what you think. What's the STI gonna make? So, with that, that's all I got for you guys in this video. So, if you like it, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you.
Is this guy ever gonna dip it or what?
Hydro dip.
Is he just gonna sit here talking about what it's doing, or is he gonna dip it?
Just do it.
Just dunk it! Fucking.
Yeah, you probably won't be.
I mean, anything's possible.
I mean, you'll be at work.
Don't mind what I'm watching on my phone.
What are you watching?
Hydro dip.
Oh, hydro dip. So peace out, homies.